Tales of Babuzar, Rhodopis. This is the story of a slave girl who marries the king of Egypt. Once upon a time, in Egypt, there lived a slave girl named Rhodopis. The man who bought her was a kind old man, but he spent most of his time sleeping and never saw how much Rhodopis suffered at the hands of his other servants. They made her do all their work while the old man slept. On and on, they would shout at her all day long. Rhodopis only had animals for friends. She had trained the birds to eat from her hand, a monkey to sit on her shoulder, and the old hippopotamus would slide up on the bank out of the mud to be closer to her. At the end of the day, if she wasn't too tired, she would go down to the river to be with the animals, and if she had any energy left after a hard day's work, she would dance and sing for them.
Life might be hard, my friends, but there is always something to be thankful for. And I am thankful to be alive.
I'm thankful for my life. I'm thankful for my friends. I'm thankful that I have a place to sleep. And even though life is strenuous, and though my hope often falters, I know tomorrow might be better. So I will keep the faith. One evening, Rhodopis' master had fallen asleep under a tree near the river. When the day was done, Rhodopis went down to the river near her animals and danced and sang so well, and the old man woke from his sleep and listened to her singing. He admired her voice and felt that one so talented deserves a very special pair of slippers. The next day, the kind master ordered a special pair of glass high-heeled slippers for Rhodopis. Now the servant girls teased her even more, for they were very jealous that she had been shown such favor from the master. A little while after this, big news came to the city. It was time for the king to find a bride, so a big party was organized in Memphis, and all the young ladies in the land were invited to come.
There would be dancing and singing and feasting for days on end. Oh, finally, I will get to dance in my lovely glass shoes and sing with the others.
But it did not happen so, for as the servant girls prepared to leave in their finest clothes, they turned to Rhodopis.
You still have a lot of work to do, Rhodopis, so you will stay and finish cleaning up.
But I can finish with the chores once we come back, please.
Do not dare to talk back, Rhodopis. You must finish cleaning up now.
They knew it would be impossible for her to complete all the chores before the ball began. Later, the wicked servants pulled their raft away, leaving a sad Rhodopis on the bank.
Oh, I wish I could go to the ball.
And so, Rhodopis began to wash the clothes in the river and sang along a sad little song. Wash the linen, weed the garden, grind the grain. That is what I'm meant to do, so away with big dreams. Rhodopis washed and beat the clothes harder than she ought, for she was very disappointed and annoyed, so she sang to cool down her temper. I'm thankful for my life. I'm thankful for my friends. I'm thankful that I have a place to sleep. And even though life is strenuous, and though my hope often falters, I know tomorrow might be better. So I will keep the faith. The constant splashing of the water upset a nearby hippopotamus, who splashed into the Nile and wet Rhodopis' sparkling glass slippers. Quickly, she grabbed them up and set them on a nearby rock to dry, when suddenly a great falcon swept down, snatched one of her slippers into his claws, and flew away.
Oh no, please bring it back. Those are my only pair of slippers, please.
Rhodopis, upset over the loss of her slipper, hides the other remaining slipper away in her dress and returns to work. Now, Pharaoh Amasis, who was the pharaoh of all Egypt, sat on his throne, looking very bored as none of the women present held his interest. Later, he decided to go to the balcony of the palace so he would get some fresh air.
Oh, mother, if you were here, you would know how to choose the exact woman for me. I desire to get married, but I am not attracted to any of the women in there. What must I do? Please send me a sign.
Suddenly, the falcon who had stolen Rhodopis' slipper flew down and dropped the glass glittering slipper in the air.
This must be the sign I have been waiting for. Surely the other glass slipper must be with its owner. And when I find it, I will find her too. Then I will ask her to be my wife.
The next day, the king sent out a decree that all maidens in Egypt must try on the slipper, and that he would take the owner of the slipper to be his queen. And so, on this day, Pharaoh left by chariot in search of the owner of the glass slipper. He went from home to home, ordering maidens to try on the slipper. Soon, the pharaoh came to the house of Rhodopis' master. He knocked. The servants flew open the door. Of course, the moment the servant girls saw the shoe, they recognized that it belonged to Rhodopis, but said nothing, for they were very envious of Rhodopis.
Come in, my king.
The first servant tried on the shoe, but her foot would not fit. The second servant also gave it a try, to no avail.
Are there no other young women in the house?
None. None.
Then I must go.
Please do not go. I have a lovely slave girl here named Rhodopis.
The kind master said as he walked out of his chamber. He immediately recognized the glass slipper he had given to Rhodopis.
I thought you said there were no other young women here.
None who matter.
So, the kind master sent for servants to call Rhodopis. Minutes later, Rhodopis came in. The moment the pharaoh Amasis set his eyes on her, he was mesmerized by her beauty.
Are you Rhodopis?
Yes, it is me, my king.
Rhodopis stepped up to him. Then, the king got down on one knee and tried the glass pair of slippers on her foot. It fit perfectly. From her pocket, Rhodopis took out the other glass slipper.
Indeed, you are the owner of these pair of slippers. My lady, would you be my queen?
No, my king, she cannot be. She is a slave girl and would not be suitable enough for the title of Queen of Egypt.
She is the most Egyptian of all, for her hair is like papyrus, and her skin is brown as the chocolate cosmos.
And so, Rhodopis and the king were married, and they lived happily ever after. The end.